Good evening or good morning, Jeff. Thank you everybody for joining us and for watching this recording. My name is Alex Wilner and I'm the International Operations Manager at CIS Abroad for our programs in Asia and the Pacific.
Hi everyone, my name is Julia. Thank you for joining us. I'm the Program Enrollment Coordinator for all of our programs in Asia and Africa at CIS Abroad.
And today,
hey everybody, yeah, good morning, Ohayo gozaimasu. Jeff, sending from Tokyo here, actually on site at Oberlin University, and I'm the Japan Site Director. Looking forward to this session and talk to you a little bit about our programs.
Yes, thank you so much, Jeff, for joining us. And so we're going to ask you just a couple of questions about our summer programs this year, 2020. It's a big year for Japan, and we're so excited to have you on the line to help us chat about this a little bit. So, maybe can you start us off by highlighting some of the differences between our two Summer in Tokyo programs? We have one program, Summer in Tokyo, at Seizen University, and then our other program is Summer in Tokyo at Oberlin. So can you talk to us a little bit about maybe 2 to 3 key features of these programs?
Yeah, there are two programs that we have going on, and one of them is at Oberlin University, which is where I am right now. And Oberlin, I could say one is the location. So Oberlin is in the heart, well, it's really close to Shinjuku Station. It's in Shinjuku. Shinjuku, if I can describe it, it's like the Times Square of New York, kind of, although Tokyo has so many different Times Squares. Shinjuku is really the hub, one of the major hubs of Tokyo, and it's so exciting place to be. And literally the campus is walking distance to all of that excitement. So location for Oberlin, if you talk about Shinjuku, people will get excited, definitely. Also about Oberlin, the summer program, which I see that it's unique, is all of the course offerings. We have 3 different sessions. And in each session, there are so many different course offerings, especially content courses. So for example, you can take anime and Japanese popular culture this summer. You can take Japanese cinematic art. You can take Japanese society and gender. You can take management in Japanese corporations. You can take Japanese culture in the modern era. You can take even more. There's other courses like international relations or, like economic and finance. There are different courses, options that you can take. And you can take them like one course in one session and another in a different session and another in a different session. So you can really get some variety and amazing culture courses here taught in English. And Oberlin students join these courses. So Japanese students can join those courses, which is amazing. So I like to think that the course offerings and the location are a bit different. So in Seizen case, Seizen's a little bit in the southern part of Tokyo, but it's an amazing area too. It's on a hilltop surrounded by a forest, really, really historical area, historical buildings. It's beautiful. Everyone really loves Seizen, and me too. Seizen, I would say, focuses a lot on language. So if you really want to focus on language and you want to learn Japanese language, go to that Seizen program. That program is fascinating because there's beginner, intermediate, advanced in every session. You can literally go from beginner in session 1, intermediate in session 2, advanced in session 3. Can you believe that? Beginner to advanced in 3 different sessions. Incredible. So I would say that if you're really into the language, go to Seizen University. If you're into the culture courses, or courses taught in English, different culture courses, go also to, or you can go to Oberlin. Really, both of them are amazing. But those are some distinctive features there.
Thank you. Yeah. And just to add that if you do have a student who is interested in, maybe taking anime and pop culture, but then also does want to take a beginner and intermediate Japanese language course, they don't have to go across town to Seizen. They can take Japanese language at Oberlin. But you're right, those culture classes are huge. Thank you.
Great. All right, so Jeff, we've been getting a lot more interest from students who are interested in like esports and gaming and athletes in general, especially with the Olympics being in Tokyo this summer. Can you talk a little bit about ideas or concepts you might have for engaging those students in our program?
Yeah, so I think what really makes our program kind of different is that we have like a zone, or what we call like a member zone, and in this zone has different areas. Like you can be a beginner's member or intermediate member or like a VIP member, and you can get access to so much different information. We have so much like exclusive things for you if you're a gamer or if you're an athlete, for example. So this information will tell you about like places to go, things to see, cost, times, different things in different neighborhoods. There's so much for gamers here in Japan. And that information is sometimes exclusive. Some people don't even know. Only locals know it. So we have all this different information access for you, for the student who enrolls in our program. And for different, so if you're, let's say, maybe, going for just one session, you might have one rank in your membership. If you're going for two, you might have another one. But if you're, going for 3 sessions, you might be a VIP and you can know a lot of much more information. Even we take you to certain places and we have chats for you and so on. So it's really amazing. For the athletes, we also have information on fitness centers, meetups. There are a lot of meetups going on in Tokyo for different sports that are free. And so we'll tell you about those, when they're meeting up, where to go, what kind of meetup is it? Is it, futsal? Is it soccer? Is it tennis? What kind of gyms to go to? Is there some kind of a competition going to? Also, if you're an athlete, I might recommend you staying for the Train to Teach program, which goes all the way through the Olympics, because we're gonna have like special parties for our Train to Teacher groups that are staying during the Olympic period. So that's really special too. And I think it would be great if you're an athlete and you're staying during the Olympics and to be able to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And I think, it'll be a great opportunity for our student athletes who may not have that, ability to go abroad for maybe a full semester term, but you can still be a part of, the Olympic buzz while you're there over our short-term programs, and we can help connect you, of course, to all those resources and keep it within the Olympic theme, right? And so you talked about Train to Teach. Can you talk a little bit about that program and maybe what type of student would you say would be the best fit for the Train to Teach add-on program? And then which student would be a best fit to the TEFL program that we have?
Yeah, so, well, we see, first of all, that there are some, a lot of our students want to live in Japan. They love Japan. They want to work in Japan. They're thinking, oh, I want to maybe work and live. That's my dream. So we had this course called Train to Teach. Now, also some students, they want to study. They want to learn Japanese. They want to learn Japanese culture. They have to get that for their credit. They're transferring those academic courses for their credit. So they have to take, or they want to take, Japanese language, and they want to take Japanese culture. So it's for that student who wants to take Japanese language and culture, who's getting that credit, but also is interested in teaching or living in Japan. That's Train to Teach. It's more of a basic study program where it's an add-on. So after classes twice a week, they go and they meet with a teacher trainer who's got the experience, who's been teaching for a long time in Japan, who knows all the industry and knows the salary information and how to get the jobs and so on. And you'll learn how to teach. You'll learn about the industry. So it's mainly a study program for the student who really wants to learn Japanese as in their main course and get credit for it, right? And Train to Teach is amazing because we have a camp at the end of it. It's like a practical camp that's at the tail end of the entire program. It goes actually into the Olympics and beyond, and a little bit into August when there's no study, period. And then that's when you turn things around and you're now the coordinator and you're actually teaching Japanese students. You're living with them. They're coming from outside of Tokyo, and you're going to pick them up at the train station. You're going to check them into to the hotel. You're going to live with them. You're going to have like a barbecue with them. You're going to the digital museum. You're going to do a dinner cruise. You're going to have a lunch event. You're going to go around Tokyo and make a video about tourism in Japan. I mean, and it's all part of the course. So you're getting all these added like excursions, and you're staying during the Olympic period at a real discount. That's kind of incredible for a lot of people. So Train to Teach is really, really special. It's mainly for the student though. Now, if you're a TEFL intern, you are an intern, so you're a worker. You're going into the schools and you're working every day. You're not going to be learning Japanese or Japanese culture in courses and getting credit for it. You're a worker. So you're going to be going in every single day through the classrooms and actually gaining that experience and doing that work. But we do meet up on Fridays and we do check-ins and we do training a little bit to make sure that you're, you know, you got your questions asked, you know, and that, you know, you're doing okay and that you have that support. So we do meet on Fridays too in that program. But it's just a big difference between actually being an academic student and actually being a worker mainly. But a little bit of the same. I mean, a lot of our TEFL interns and our teachers, they are trained to teach teachers. They really are passionate about Japan and they want to live here.
Yeah.
And so you just need, and I mean, there's so many like that, you know, do you want to live in Japan? Do you want to work here? Do you want to think about it? Do you want to teach in Asia? So even though Train to Teach also caters to that too, you might want to teach in like Korea or you want to Taiwan or China or something. We can train you on that as well. So it's an incredible add-on course, Train to Teach. Yeah.
Great. So it sounds like to me maybe you know, a student who is just kind of interested in maybe teaching in the future, would you say it would be a good fit for them to go for the Train to Teach, you know, program with the added sort of Japanese language, and then maybe TEFL, it sounded like, was for somebody who knew that they were interested in teaching English. They know they want to work hard, and that's sort of that's their motivation. They know for sure.
That's a great
Yeah.
point. That's a great point. Actually, TEFL, we see that actually. We see students come into our academic program at first, and then they're like, you know what, I love this Train to Teach. I want to learn more about it. I love Japan. And then they come back as a TEFL intern the next year. And they don't have to be an actual, you know, enrolled student. We have some graduates in TEFL intern. So we have students who graduated in May and they just jump into the intern program. And actually last year we had somebody who didn't come home. They got a job. We placed them in a job. They got a job in September. They're still working here now. And they got another job, full-time job offer. We offered a job at a university. So she's thinking about that now, but it's incredible. So definitely TEFL intern would be like a great step too, you know, and, you know, just to get a taste of it and to think about it would be the Train to Teach. Yeah, that would be great.
I've noticed a lot of students who are, you know, curious about teaching, like you said. They still need the academic credit. They want to participate on a study program, but they're curious about teaching as well. And that Train to Teach, which can also be added on to the spring semester in Japan program, is great as a great option for them. Then the TEFL are a lot of students who are either majoring in education. They're just like, they have this preconceived interest in teaching, and that's something they actively want to pursue after college, and they want that certification, that 120-hour certification. So that's the distinction I notice with students, and hopefully that's helpful when you know, learning more about the program. So
yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jeff, for
thank
joining
you.
us. We really appreciate it. If anybody has any further questions about our Summer in Japan programming, then definitely reach out to us. Thanks again, Jeff, for joining us.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. Thank you for all you do, guys. And
Yes.
yeah, have a good night.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you. Bye.
Bye.